Hello everyone, I'm Kay with Lit Intuition Tarot, and I haven't posted for like a year. I started this channel and then got involved in some other things and kind of went by the wayside for a little while. And I've just recently felt the urge to pick it up again and see where it takes us. So today I'm going to do the water signs love readings, and I'm going to start off with Pisces. Basically it doesn't read anybody's thoughts or feelings or anything like that, specifically, like channeling, um but it just kind of looks at, like, the current state of the relationship, the past, and then kind of like how you're showing up in it and how the other person is as well. Most people, of course, apply it to romantic relationships, but um it can actually be also like a partnership with a friend or a business associate. And I'm sorry I'm shuffling an awful lot for this, but I take, I'm not going to sit here and bore you with my methods. Anyway, again, I'm Kay with Lit Intuition Tarot. And if you're interested in a personal reading, donating to the channel, or seeing which decks I use, um, it is in the description box below. Almost done. Um, Unfortunately, I Googled like how to light up the link to my website to get personal readings on there. Like I did what they told me to do. And I still can't get it to where it's clickable, you guys. I'm sorry. So if you want a personal reading, you'll just have to select that and copy it and put it in the search for your browser. Okay? Hopefully I can get that figured out soon. Go ahead and deal out the cards for Pisces. And this will be showing us kind of the main relationship dynamics between you and the person on your mind, whoever that might be. A friend of mine just gave me these cards a couple days ago. And at first I wasn't too happy about it because he dug them out of his backpack that was in his truck, and they were like all dirty, and I didn't know if they were all there. But I mean, I was grateful though, and I came back and I became more and more grateful the more that I looked at them, because I started cleaning them off with like Lysol wipes and gentle washcloth and water, because they're really plasticky, like laminated kind of. And I taped up like the edge of one of them because it was kind of frayed. But anyway, I've been playing with them for the last 2 days, and I just absolutely love them. They're really pretty. I'll show you the bags. I don't know what they're called or whatever. Kind of rambling. This is just how I am. Okay. So that's the back. I don't know how this camera's kind of got a glare. My bad. It's new. I'm kind of experimenting with some different things. But anyway, they're cool cards. So let's get to it. Um, Pisces. Oh, the last card, by the way, is the final outcome, and for some reason I didn't put it down yet. But that's cool. I didn't see what it was. So for the past of the relationship, we have the Three of Cups, Cancer energy. So there were some good times, getting together, maybe having drinks. Alternately, it could also indicate you might have recently reunited with the person on your mind if there was any kind of separation. All right, so I kind of see the Three of Cups too. It's a flow of communication. So yeah, just kind of a nice vibe there. Um, for the present, the relationship, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And you might not be able to see the cards terribly well the way the camera's angled. So I might show them to you at first and then figure out something else. But anyhow, continuing. For the present with the Queen of Pentacles, I consider it to be Capricorn energy, but Earth energy in general. So also Virgo or Taurus. And gender is irrelevant here. So it really isn't speaking of what I'm picking up, a female quality of the relationship at all. It's just indicating that things are growing, that they're natural and grounded and being nurtured, and there could also be, if not financial stability, which it will be for some of you Pisces, then just indicating some type of stability in other earthly matters, like your stability, security, that type of thing. So moving on, how you're showing up right now in the relationship, Pisces, we have another three of Wands. So That's Aries energy. And it's saying that you're kind of in a state of anticipation. So, the fire's been lit and you've kind of made a choice. So, this wouldn't be for those that the Three of Cups represent a reconciliation, but I don't want to branch off on all just, kinds of stories, so just take it as it resonates. I see you, Pisces, as being, um, kind of like seeing things starting to happen in this connection. That either you are waiting when you see them coming on the horizon, or they've kind of started to happen and kind of a feeling of excitement. Your partner, ouch, Ten of Swords, Gemini energy. Like I said, I don't attempt to channel people's actual direct thoughts or feelings. I kind of describe why in the mission statement of my webpage. I was talking about if you happen to glance at that below. Um, but anyway, so this talks about like the ending of a difficult cycle where someone might have felt betrayed and just kind of a painful feeling. I'm thinking that the other person could have recently gotten out of some kind of other connection or relationship um, with someone or with people who they felt just didn't have their best interest at heart. And I mean, usually the Ten of Swords is worse than that. It's usually real backstabbing kind of stuff, literally. So, not that that's funny. I'm kind of nervous. I apologize. Just being on camera. It doesn't really matter though. I'm just gonna go with the flow. All right. So next, Pisces, we want to look at the positives of the relationship. Page of Pentacles. Okay. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. So the positives would be that, you both genuinely try to contribute, in your own way with the knowledge that you have, and also with whatever you can do to kind of make the connection grow or be more stable. And the Page of Pentacles also implies, a willingness to learn. I see the Page of Pentacles as being a student. So let's look at the negatives of the connection. The Emperor, Major Arcana for Aries. So there might be an issue on one or both sides of the connection where you want to be in control, or the other person wants to have complete control or dominate a situation. So, I could see, like, for instance, from your partner's perspective with the Ten of Swords, if they feel like they've been abused or betrayed in the past, they might want to kind of keep a wall up, like they have this, my way or the highway kind of attitude, like to hide their vulnerability. Or, with you, the Three of Wands, you could be pulling an Emperor in the sense of like, well, this has got to be the way it's going to go, just like controlling, like trying to control factors in the relationship to kind of make it go the way that you want it to go. Um, and like, roles can always be reversed, like they always say. And, so just take that as it resonates. I get sick of hearing that phrase, and I know you guys do probably too, but I don't know a better way to say it really. Okay. So now we're going to hopes, Pisces. We have the Page of Cups. Okay. So hope for, a fresh, innocent, sweet beginning. Unless somebody's actually literally hoping to have a child out of the situation, which is possible. I mean, depending on what stage, you're in your relationship. But yeah, I just see that as, or someone hoping to, get a message or a call, or, just kind of hoping to hear, from the other person somehow through some kind of message or whatnot. And then we have fears, the Tower. I'm just giggling because the Tower, of course it would be in fears. Like, that's a perfect position for it because, I need to stop generalizing things. It's not everybody, but it's well known that the Tower can be seen as a negative card in tarot, and so some people they see it and they're like dun dun, but in the fears position, it's cool because duh. So the Tower is Scorpio and Aries energy, major arcana, and it's about basically the dismantling of a foundation. So getting some kind of shock to your stability or your beliefs or something that you were holding on to, it had to be sort of dismantled by the universe in order to, continue to better your circumstances. So, um, I can see where it would be a fear because nobody likes a tower, but I guess the point is that sometimes if you're with the right person or in the right connection, then you'll be able to rebuild after the tower regardless. So, okay, moving on to what to aim for in this relationship, Pisces. We have the Seven of Cups, Scorpio energy. So, keep things light, keep them playful. I know a lot of people want to say, Seven of Cups meaning options are open, but I don't take it in the sense of like, you know, go out and go out and deceive this person, sleep with a bunch of people or whatever. But no, like it's just saying maybe like don't just commit your heart to this connection if it is a romantic one, or completely put your trust and belief and love and everything in another person if it's a different kind of connection. Um, just make sure that you're that's weird. I'm getting a dichotomy here of seeing the Seven of Cups as like, aim to dream, but at the same time, the Seven of Cups can also indicate confusion. And so obviously you don't want to aim for that, but maybe it's just kind of saying, aim for like a lighthearted thing where you're open-minded. That'd be the best way to say it. All right, so moving on to what to avoid in this relationship. We have the moon, major arcana for Pisces and Cancerian energy, excuse me. Avoid secrets. Avoid being anxious or worrying about the unknown. Um, and I gotta work on saying a lot too. There's nothing wrong with taking a few seconds of silence to sum up my thoughts. Obviously, I know what the cards mean, but I'm just kind of they hit me differently at different times. So yes, Pisces, to be avoided in the relationship would be kind of like that murky air of mystery that sometimes people, sometimes would go for because they're sexy or they're brooding or whatever. Like, you don't need any of that. Yeah. All right. Not to say like don't have any mystery in a relationship, please, because I can't understand people that like enjoy each other's bodily functions and all kinds of weird stuff, but that's just me. No shade. Okay, so now we're looking at environmental factors. Knight of Pentacles. I see that as Taurus or Virgo energy, and it's basically saying that, um, you know, circumstances around you guys and this connection might require patience because things seem to be moving kind of slowly right now. Slowly but surely, though. The Knight of Pentacles, sometimes isn't the fastest knight, but he always makes sure he delivers his message, and that's why sometimes really, really important messages from like kings and stuff were sent, you know, on like a Knight of Pentacles type mission where obviously not if it was like urgent news like we're, going to war tomorrow, but like private, more secret sensitive information. A Knight of Pentacles would have carried, um, and it would take longer, but they're definitely guaranteed to arrive. So moving on, other people in the connection. Well, we have the Empress. That might be influencing this. So, ouch. I'm sorry. I don't think I've ever seen a tarot reading on YouTube before where, it was implied that the collective that was watching the video was someone other than the Empress. So it doesn't have to mean, though, that it's like, okay, I'm sorry, let me back up. It just kind of made me laugh. Because of course you also have the Emperor out there, but that's for the negatives of the relationship. So this Empress as another person, Libra Taurus energy ruled by Venus and major arcana, of course could be perhaps an ex, a baby mother, baby mama, whatever. Um, and actually, I mean, because there's that Ten of Swords there, so this person could be. I don't see like justice here or anything, a justice card, but they could be going through a divorce, or they could have children with someone else, and that person might affect your relationship. Continuing on, now we have act, like what action to take. Knight of Cups, which I see as Scorpio, Pisces, and of course it can be Cancer, but I mostly see Cancer as the Queen. Anyhow, so one or the other of you, it's, the advice kind of is saying that, feel free to approach the other, at least to, I mean, the Knight of Cups can be very charming and, kind of hard on his sleeve, but his emotions can be kind of fickle. So, I think it's more of kind of throwing in that lighthearted, air that we were looking at with the Seven of Cups right above there, Pisces. Just saying, one or the other of you should approach, and just maybe ask for a date, or send a text message, or, just reach out to the other person. And then for unknown factors, Page of Swords, air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Unknown factors are that one or the other of you in this connection or situation may already know more about the other person than they think. So in other words, like, nothing necessarily creepy, but if this person knows your first and last name, they might have glanced at your Facebook page. I mean, if it's in the really early stages. Obviously, if it's later on in your connection, then it could be implying that someone else is kind of being nosy about your relationship, looking for information on, and since it's the Page of Swords, it's like maybe somebody who, I don't know. I don't normally pick up a vibe of interference with the Page of Swords, but for some reason I'm kind of getting that right now, that, unknown factors could be somebody who's just kind of like keeping tabs on your connection but not necessarily for the best reasons. But I don't really have, the tarot card evidence to back that up if the reasons are not good. I could try to clarify it. In fact, I think I'm gonna do that real quick, just on a whim, before I flip the final outcome. So I'm gonna take the third card from the bottom to clarify, and I got the Star, Major Arcana for Aquarius energy, more air. So perhaps someone's actually just looking out to make sure that, actually this could be taken many ways. The Star could be an indication that, whatever's watching over the connection is actually trying to provide it for the sake of healing for one or both parties. The Star is, a very positive card, obviously, but it could also just imply that there's an Aquarius that's kind of keeping tabs on y'all. But I don't know. To me, the Star being a major arcana, it's not that petty here. It's basically saying, like, you don't have to worry about this, or, if you want to go ahead and get more information on the other person, you'll find out that it's all pretty clear. Nothing really no horrible skeletons in the closet or anything of that nature. And then we have the final outcome, which I always ask to be set from the next 6 weeks to 3 months-ish. Regardless, I still do a love reading for you guys once a week. And it's not always going to be this format, though. So I'm thinking about, like, maybe doing this one once a month and then doing a different spread on the other weeks. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow and see how things happen. So I will shut up now and finally flip over the final outcome. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles, Taurus energy. So this is, it shows that there's definitely steady growth. You're kind of maybe in a little bit of a period now where you're waiting to see if what's been put into the connection thus far is going to start to pay off or bloom. There could be some, previous issues that need to be settled before, where this is kind of like the point to stop and take a look and see where you stand and what your foundation is. Could that tower destroy the connection? And then decide from that point, You know, so it's not a very decisive, like, well, you know, you're going to end this relationship or you're going to get married or anything like that. But it's realistic, you know, kind of take stock of the situation and seeing where things are going. You know, and 3 months down the road, if there's still no red flags, then probably that reading will be different. So thanks, Pisces. If you liked the video, please hit like. And you can also subscribe, obviously, excuse me, to the channel. I really appreciate that since this channel is very new and I'm trying to get some growth. And once again, below there is a page that takes you to um, where you can book a personal reading with me or see what decks I use. However, having said that, ironically enough, this deck I haven't typed in the description box because I gotta Google lens it and figure out if he like created these or because he does stuff like that, or see if it's a known deck. So, or if you know, you can drop a comment if anybody actually sees this. But I know they will eventually, right? Moving on. All right. Good night, Pisces.